Hello everyone, it's Emma and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the RV. We took the winter off, but we are back in here full time, and during our winter off, Dan made a lot of renovations. I did a couple myself. The ones that I did you can check out up here. We'll still talk about them today. So this isn't going to be a full RV tour, you know, getting into every single thing that we have in here because I have already done that in the past. Here's a quick overview. Here's the RV, here's our bookshelf, our storage, there's the bedroom, there's the front door, there's the kitchen, there's the bathroom through that door, there's our entertainment area, and this is our office, living room, dining room, lounge area. And here's our Lomi, and here's back to where we started. And I didn't move a single inch. We wish we had a little bit more storage room, especially now that we're working in a national park and we both have uniforms, as well as we are an hour away from town, so it would be nice to have like more food storage, a little bit more clothing storage. But overall, we're cozy in here. We have enough room for us, we have enough room for the critters, as you might have seen them back there. If you missed the video of me doing the renovations, you might missed this. This beauty right here, it's grown on me. In that original video, I hated it. I hated how this turned out. It was white. It was white originally. Getting a little dingy. Being in here in such close quarters was a bad idea. So I dyed it green. It took me 3 tries. But I love how it turned out, and it never picks up very good on camera. It's quite blue on camera, but in real life, it's like a deep foresty green. It's got a little bit more yellow and gray hints to it than blue, I think. I really think it fits the vibe of the RV more. It fits our vibe more. The bright white was just not it. I think that's the only major change we've made over here. Oh, no, it's not. This is the most major change we've probably made on the entire RV. Let me back you up. Right, you're not ready for this. I was not ready for this. And I didn't show you this in my original RV tour. I made this blanket, by the way. It probably wasn't out in the original RV tour because I did it in summer. And while we're technically almost in summer in Minnesota, it's still 40 degrees. Probably didn't see under the bed in the original video. So under here we have litter, we've got pet food, we've got suitcases and backpacking gear. But this stuff we access daily. And this used to not be on hydraulics. It used to be lift this up, prop it on your head or your shoulder, and then get stuff out, or hold it up with one arm and get stuff out, or we both had to be here to get the stuff out and to feed the animals. This was definitely not a necessary change, but it really has like greatly impacted our lives. So it's so much nicer that we can do all of this by ourselves now with less strain too. Okay, here's the bookshelf. I believe I went in depth into it in the original video and nothing has really changed here. If you don't want to go watch the original, you should. Originally here we had a couch. It was a pull-out couch that came with the RV. Dan ripped it out. I got rid of it for free on Facebook Marketplace on our Buy Nothing group. And then Dan built this entire wooden bookshelf. We have two. This cabinet right here, there's another one identical right next to it. This one right here has got a little door. So underneath the bookshelf we have shoe storage. We've got our bike helmets. We've got, this is my favorite. I found this extra basket, so we have a basket full of grocery bags. They used to just be all over the place and I would lose them all the time. A basket full of batteries, mostly rechargeable at this point. We're working on it. Our collection of reusables. We've got my sewing kit. We've got, these are my favorite. This is new. I did not have these, I don't think, when I first did the RV tour. These are from Crumbles. I will leave them linked below. It's a little silicone thing that you wrap sandwiches in or fruit or whatever you want to wrap it in. And it's so much easier to wash than a reusable bag. So I love these things. We use them several times a week. We've got books. Behind the books we have board games and electronics. Over here we have stuff like lunch boxes. All of my filming equipment. I got a nice milk crate that slides in there perfectly. Before our camera equipment was not organized, now it is. This is a new addition that we're really loving. When we first moved into the RV a year ago, we got rid of our yoga mats and then we immediately regretted it because there's nowhere to stretch in here. And even though we don't like do a lot of working out, we do love to stretch. We finally got some yoga mats. This one was gifted to me from 42 Birds, and then I bought Dan his own because I liked it so much. It's made out of cork. We're obsessed, especially now that it's getting warmer, because for a while there it was just too cold to go outside and stretch. There's no room to stretch in here. So we're really excited to be here in this lovely remote part of the country, take these down to the dock and stretch in the mornings. And they fit. I was like, where are we gonna put these? That was another reason why we didn't keep them, was because they're just big. They don't weigh a lot and they're not breakable, but they're big. But look at this little slot right here. Perfect sized. So let's move on to the kitchen. In the kitchen, we have the fruit basket that I fixed in, again, that video of me like mending all the stuff in the RV. And I really, really like how it turned out. So originally, it was only like 2/3 of the length of the dowels. I don't know why I did that. So it didn't really hold a lot and it was all just collapsing in the middle. So I thought, oh, I'll just crochet an attachment like I did in that video and then sew them together. But that line that I stitched them together was so tight that nothing could sit in the middle. It was like two separate baskets and it was not functional. It looked silly. So I took it all apart and I redid the entire thing in the car. For those who want to make their own, I originally did double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet, and it was really, really tight. So to speed it up as well as give it more space, I instead did a triple crochet, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, I guess technically, and then a triple crochet. We also have this new addition. If you follow me on Instagram and you followed me on Instagram when I lived in Vegas, you'll know why this is even funnier. My mom gave me a little snake plant and I wanted it to be in a cute little pot, so I bought a pot from Science Ceramics. Love the pot. Snake plant is dead. Snake plant is one of the easiest plants to keep alive and I cannot do it. This time it did not die from being overwatered. That's why I killed them in the first place. This time it died because it got like hit too many times in transit and I think it damaged it, but it's still in the ground. So I'm leaving it in here. I'm watering it every now and then to see if it eventually revives itself because I know they're very hardy, very sturdy plants. This is not new. I've regrown green onions for years and I love doing so, but this little cup is new. Dan and I, like around this time last year, we were in Spokane. We went to the Lilac Festival, to their brew fest, and we got these little sample cups. I was like, what am I gonna do with this cheesy little sample cup? It's the perfect size for regrowing green onions. Also new to the RV is Franny. I need to feed her because I need to make dough tonight. Is Franny. I got Franny from my friend Maria at Living Planet Friendly, tagged below. She sells her starter. And this is the same starter that I started in November, and she survived a 5-week road trip. I only fed her, I think, twice the entire time. She lived in the fridge, a little bit neglected, but she's thriving, and I'm gonna try to bake tomorrow. And we'll see if she's strong enough to bake yet. We have an oven here at the campground that we can use because our RV oven is not big enough and it's really, really bad. This secondhand electric kettle, which we really like to ditch gas as much as possible for 2 reasons. One, using natural gas in your home actually does have some adverse health effects. Our electricity is free and gas we have to pay for. So we like to use electricity as much as possible. Probably one of the biggest changes also in the RV is this kitchen sink. Oh, she's lovely. We also have now double drying rack. We have this one underneath and this one on top. This was one of Dan's additions. Our old sink, it was shallow and it had 2 separate little buckets, which were nice, but they were so small that like I couldn't even put a mixing bowl in there and wash it. Pretty bad. So we love this big deep sink. We can wash more dishes. We can store more dishes. There's less mess. And the stainless steel is just nicer. It was plastic. The actual faucet itself is also new. The detachable hose right here. We didn't have that before. And then this sink also came with a soap pump. One of the other biggest things that Dan has done over here first, so dark over here. First we have this door. Mochi's probably gonna want to go in here. So this didn't really like add any room in here. We didn't add any shelves because that was my original idea. I was like, why don't we add some shelves so that we can stack stuff on top of each other and give ourselves more room? But this is so much better because it's the same amount of space, no extra shelves, but now we can access stuff much easier. Because otherwise, the door is under the sink and I would literally have to like lay down and reach my entire body in there to get like 1 bottle. There she goes. We didn't use this space at all. It was wasted space. But now we use it for our immersion blender, our air fryer. So we don't have more space, but we kind of do because it's more accessible space. This door right here actually did add extra space. And she's gonna try to go in here, but she's not allowed because the water line's down there. This is my biggest critique with RVs in general, is they just have so much wasted space. Because under here, yeah, there's a water line and I think the gas line, but Dan just tucked them up farther instead of being like right here in front. And now we have this entire front space for extra storage, which has been game changer. Especially since we have to buy more groceries than normal. We have more pantry space because now we have our pots and pans under here, as well as another new addition is my soda maker, not SodaStream. It is the brand My Soda, which is made from wood pulp. And is also a more ethical brand, which also helps us reduce waste. We didn't really buy a lot of sodas or much before, but we did buy a lot of kombucha. And it's hard to make kombucha in an RV, so this is kind of the middleman. We can still have some fun drinks besides water without having to sacrifice storage for like cans of soda. It's also healthier to make it yourself. And of course, now we're not recycling a ton of single-use cans. And as you can see, it's still pretty empty, so we can put more in here if we wanted to. And then I've been like decorating the insides of these with little art pieces. So I'll have to add some more paintings to them. But anyway, all of these pots and pans used to be over here in our pantry, but now we have full pantry space. That cabinet allowed us to take stuff out of here. This cabinet allowed us to take stuff out of here. And because we had more space right here in the pantry, this drawer that I'm sitting right in front of used to be a pantry drawer. It used to hold canned goods and dry goods. But now this drawer was totally empty once we moved all the stuff into the new pantry. And now I have more storage for clothing. It's just a full pantry. Mochi will explore in there as well. But it used to be, I think we had pantry goods, pots and pans, air fryer, that sort of stuff. And then of course pantry stuff in here. There's Denahi. But now this is fully clothing. Also so nice too that we don't have to open a drawer to make dinner because that was quite the tripping hazard. Everything's right here. This also used to be pantry goods, but now a lot of our pantry goods are down here. We still have a bit up here. So this part right here, this is more spices, sugar, flour, stuff that we're not using every single day. Down on the bottom is like snacks, nuts, seeds, that sort of stuff. And then this is mostly stuff that we use on a daily basis. It's stuff like oats, granola, peanut butter, raisins, canned goods. We got some snacks in there, potatoes, onions. And then the top shelf we have for hobbies. We've got yarn, we've got crochet stuff. Dan's got his whittling stuff. What else is up there? We shoved some stuff way back there and then forgot about it. So all of these additions to the kitchen have been like literal game changers when it comes to functionality and how much we can store in here. Because again, I know I'm like, I wish we had more storage, but we've done so much with the storage situation already. And I guess, yeah, there's way more space under there than I thought. But ultimately, I wish we had more room for fresh storage because our fridge, she's small. This is our freezer. This is our fridge. The biggest change in here is a real toilet. It was like a plasticky RV toilet. It's still an RV toilet, like it's got the foot flush and it doesn't have like a back tank or anything. Oh yeah, that's a ceramic toilet, so it's real. It's sturdier. It really did not feel sturdy to go to the bathroom on those plastic toilets. And the best part to getting a real toilet, dun, 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 our bidet is back. Last summer we used handheld bidets from Tushy. They got the job done, but they were not that great and a little icky. I really like having our bidet back. Love this toilet. Something else that gave us more storage in the kitchen was storing all of our cleaning supplies here under the bathroom sink. We did a little bit of organizing under here. We have all of our cleaning supplies, all of our toilet paper. We just had 4 different baskets for bathroom stuff, but now we have like a medical basket, a laundry basket. Dan and I each have our own personal baskets. We each have a shelf here in the medicine cabinet. There you have it. Those are the additions we have made to the RV, as well as every single room in the RV. But those are the new things in the RV. Again, go check out the full original tour of the RV, talking more about like all of the eco things that I have in here. And if you want me to dive into each room individually, the eco things in my kitchen, the eco things in my bathroom, I guess the eco things on our bookshelf. Whatever you want to see in the RV, let me know. I'm happy to make it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what sort of RV content, national park content you want to see from me this summer. But I will see you in the next video. Until then, remember that your small actions make a big difference in the long run. Bye, guys. If you missed my original video about like the renovations, I'm gonna be glowing a little. No, you're not allowed. You're not allowed. Bye, guys. I don't think I normally do 2 hands. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. I've had this conversation before.